Man, you know you got to turn the AC off when you start these things. So, welcome to Carl D's desk session number 4. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting that out there. Man, different angle, different shot, different equipment, different lights. So far, each session, 4 for 4, different stuff. And again, in the spirit of experimentation, in the spirit of trying to get things done, I'm still going forward and trying to show progress, trying to show effort. Uh, I think we lose that sometimes, that we don't show effort. I never understood. Obviously, in math, it was show me your work, so that you weren't just looking in the back for the answer, and you weren't doing a goodwill hunting by just knowing the answer. You have to show how you got there, and that makes sense in math. But obviously, it doesn't really make sense in the finished product of art, theater, film, anything. But I am sort of showing effort. I got nothing but effort here, trying to be less precious about process and more precious about productivity, and kind of commingling them. Um, I don't know what I'm doing. I have a 16-minute take in the can, but I don't think the microphone worked. And so I'm doing another one, and I'm alone, and I'm trying to create a piece. I have settled in. I'm creating a piece called 9 Miles from Manhattan. Little background on that. I was going to call The Drama King my memoir of struggle and efforting and showing the work. Uh, the Drama King, I went with The Drama King, not because I thought it was a better title than 9 Miles from Manhattan, but 9 Miles from Manhattan just sounded like something different. And now it sounds like my one man show, because I think it conjures a coast, it conjures a city, it conjures distance, it conjures effort to get there. So I was going to be precious about holding back on the title. And again, it can change. So where I'm at week 4 of this process, I'm at 2 drafts in to a one-man show. 2 drafts meaning 32 pages to start, down to 27, now down to 25. I think we're running short. We're looking for an hour of spoken word on stage, but I don't know any of that yet, because I haven't taken this draft further than sharing it with a friend. And the feedback is, what I need it to be right now. The next step, and where I'm at, which is a big step, is a director, but not a director to say, stand here, go there, stand there, go there. I need a collaborator who doesn't collaborate on the written part, but will ultimately shape what is said and what the story is. And I have to let that person in. I have to find that person. I have to entrust that person. I have to pray that that person will see things that I don't see, that will tell me what's working and not working. And I think at 25 pages, it's a bit short, but it's a Word document. Who knows? I think we're hovering at about an hour, which will be its maximum length for a piece of theater with one actor. And I can't wait. I can't wait to find out what that will be. To be honest with you, they say celebrate your small victories. And I probably, week 1, 2, and 3 of this process of blabbing into the camera, I probably have celebrated too much small victories, meaning the draft and the second draft and good feedback and kind of renaming the title. That's gotten me to week 4, and all the dreaming and all the pressure and all the thoughts of woe are creeping in week 4, and I'm not sure I can pull this off. But I've run my mouth so much that to not complete will be folly, and I'm not up for that. So where I'm at is, I think I got to start putting it on its feet. I approached a friend longtime friend, hoping that maybe we could work on this together. But it dawns on me that when people are actors, comedians, when they are he, she, whatever they may be, uh, working on themselves is always most important. So it's hard to find a collaborator that's doing the same thing or in the same pursuit as you, because you would take them away from their projects. And that was well heard and well appreciated. So I am not despondent. I am just now trying to turn my anxiety of what next into excitement, because not having that person to collaborate with means I will find a new person or an unexpected person. And that should be exciting more than trepidatious. So that's where I'm at with that. And so I've also got a crazy notion that I am looking for, maybe in the same person, also a choreographer. Now, why would I need a choreographer for a one-man show? I probably don't, but I do, in the structure and in the story and in the spine. There are some moments where dance and music could be incorporated, and I want to not do that sloppily, because I also know that magic of choreography can be, they show you how to walk across the space, how to use your body. Now, I don't have a ballet body, but a good choreographer can make it work on your body. And I also think that if you're asking someone to sit in a theater for an hour and listen to speaking, you might want to give them some visual craft. Use the space. Don't make it a podcast on stage. Whatever it will be, wherever it will go up, it will have some dimension, some tiny dimension. And I want to use all the dimensions. I want to make it a live moment. I want to, pray that I can be vulnerable enough to craft something that will feel like it had to happen, and it had to happen that night. And that immediacy of theater, which is lost many times over, for many reasons, I think it's folly. I in an age where no one reads, I wrote a book. In an age where people were going to the movies, I did a play. And now, in the age where everything is on social media, a vertical film, I am endeavoring to do a one-man show live somewhere. So I guess I'm not a trend follower. I'm always kind of out of sync with the demographics, with the best format. But again, I don't know anything. I know what I think I know is basically the best I could say it. And I think I know that I got a story to tell. And I think I know that I will be able to craft it with the years I put in to understand story telling and presentation. I hope I can pull this off. And by showing up here at the desk, I am endeavoring to make myself accountable for it. And in week 4, I am a little at sea. Again, looking for collaborators, have armed with a second draft and armed with a new title. And, you know, just a checklist beyond checklist. And I guess we're at that point where I'm starting to now have to think about timeline. When? What would your dream for opening night be? What's the best time of year to do this? Would I want to go up against the holidays, which are on top of us? Things like that now. And what will be available space wise? What is the cost? So this is all of a sudden getting to be more than just the incubation period. And I guess I'm cool with it, because I am trying to flip all anxiety into excitement. They say that. I never understood it. When you're nervous before you go on stage, and you feel that pit in your stomach, they say channel it, use it. And it's like, how? Because I want to flee the scene. So how do I channel it when I am in fight or flight? But now I am subtly flipping it a little bit, where it's exciting. Everything that you don't know is a chance. And I guess a chance to go well as much as to go badly, but you know, I'm not trying to split an atom here. I'm just trying to do a one-man show. It's been done probably too much, and mine might be in that vein of trying to do something that's done too much, but that's where I'm at. And so in week 4, I guess I am ruminating more than taking things off the list. I don't have a lot to offer this week in terms of technical problems solved, other than I am starting to use the image of a musical without songs. I don't know how you do a musical without songs or without the actor singing, but I am trying to use the 3-act structure and have a production number of these pieces that I wrote that are combined into one to be 9 Miles from Manhattan. These pieces are songs without singing, if you will, hopefully. And hopefully they hold water. And then hopefully in the parts where there needs to be movement, my choreographer and I can find ways to punch it up, to elongate, to bring music into the theater. That's how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a scene where I'm dancing at a party in the past, and I want to bring that party live to the stage with me doing the moves, but not just pretending that I'm in the moves. I want to know the moves. I want to bring the audience, dream scenario out of their seats with me. If you want to start there, those are the hopes and dreams of all writers, actors, performers, is that somehow, some way you do something so worthy or so inspiring that you do get the seat, you get them up out of their seat. And if I can do that with using the idea that it's not a one-man show where I'm talking seriously, I'm telling you what I feel, I want to sing and I want to dance, but without the songs. And now I'm also thinking I need a director / development person who's going to help me put it on its feet and flesh out the play. That's 1 or 2 people. Now I need a choreographer. I'll need a sound design, which is like creaks in the doorway or wind in the air, but also the music cues. But then does that mean I also need a composer? I mean, it's getting ridiculous. And also I have these, in the script, I have dream scenarios of songs. I just saw Deadpool Wolverine, and they have an unlimited budget. They can get the needle drop they need. They tell the story in that movie through the soundtrack, not the score, but the soundtrack. I don't know if there is a score. I imagine there is, but the soundtrack is a wish list of a playlist that it's millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to clear those songs, and they have the budget for that. I know that there won't be an ASCAP representative at my opening night, but I know that I won't be able to clear these songs for a price. So a composer will have to sort of hear where I'm coming from with the playlist of the play, and maybe we can do sound alikes, or maybe we can find license-free music, or maybe the composer can mimic the sound. But how are you going to take an 80s dance song, put that feeling into the audience with the shorthand of popular culture and the shared recognition? I don't know how you're going to do that, but that's part of what's going to have to happen. Or I'm going to find out that relying on that isn't a theatrical tool, and that I need to write and dig deeper and make it work without the necessity of a song. Underscoring is a no-no in a lot of theater. So, and are they masking things in, even in something as accomplished and fantastic as Deadpool and Wolverine? Are they masking fallow moments in the storytelling with music? Probably. And you won't notice, because doesn't Like a Prayer sound fucking awesome in Dolby Sound? It does. And then you are harkened back. If you were ever old enough as me to have been in a club environment where that song is the song you've chosen to dance to, not chosen to, but the song that's blasting through a club environment in a city, in a big urban club, that song is exultant. That's why it was a big hit. But being able to dance to those, all young people all over the world will have those songs forever. And if they're from your era, you will swear that you were the luckiest person alive to be in a club when that was contemporary. And so that's why they are so effective in time travel, in storytelling. And I won't likely, unless all my dreams come true, I likely won't be able to have access to those songs. So how am I going to conjure those nostalgic moments with just my words, And should I move forward? Yeah, well, that's a debatable thing, right? I mean, I don't know what I'd be talking about, and I don't know. I can't scrap all 30 pages of my script in the or I can. I don't know. I am so far from the finished product, and that's been such a hard thing for me to know. But that doesn't, so far from the finished product doesn't mean I have to scrap everything, or it can mean that. That's the scary notion, that I would have to scrap everything. But I will eventually have to put a date and condense the timeline. And so some of the writing, when I did my play in New York, Knee Deep, I did so much writing and improved things the night before rehearsal, which in hindsight was 3 weeks before the audience. I reworked things to such a degree that they were 180s and better dialogue and just new pages. It was one of the most exciting artistic moments of my life, was to have the director, who was my development guy, a brilliant guy, on faculty at Rutgers. And he would say, this scene needs more. This is not it. This is not it. Go home. And I'd have to, and he's like, I know you're doing a lot. You're acting, but you're a playwright and you have to go home and fix this. And I would go home and an attempt to fix it, and then got to see the other guys and the other actors do the thing I fixed. It was incredible. I wish I'd done more of that in my life, because that feeling of the seldom received feeling of instant gratification was exciting, and I want that again. And I know it will happen. There will be fixes that will have to happen up until the final hour. So why am I stressing out about what I have presently, which is just a blueprint for a plan to get started? Man, that's all it really ever is, right? Until it's finished. And it's exciting, but it feels a little daunting right now, because you can't take a pill to go through the growing pains of getting it done. And I'm going to change the angst and the sighing and all of that. I'm going to change it into, let's go. It's preseason. And when it's over, I will have completed the regular season, and the opening night of 9 Miles from Manhattan will be a playoff victory in and of itself. And I have to remember that. And who knows? Who knows? This was not a very technically elucidating session. This is a desk Session4. If you put your eyes on it, I appreciate it. If you didn't, you didn't know you missed anything, and you probably didn't. But I'm just putting it out there to keep myself on task. I appreciate it. And whoever I'm talking to, obviously myself or the scribe in the sky, thanks for getting me through Desk Session4. I'm Carl DeGregorio. I hope you're doing well. Peace.